Hi, I'd like to say a few words about graphic cards, about trading computer, about computer for video editing, and just to give you my opinion on what you can get, and it should work pretty good. First of all, okay, I have two screens, so I'm gonna pull to one screen. Okay, first of all, I have this right now, this graphic card. Okay, so I'm gonna just pull to the screen. Okay, hold on. Okay, I have this one, kind of cheap card right now in my computer. So it's Quadro 4000. Okay. At some point I had GTX 1070. Okay, and after having GTX 1070, I pulled it out and I decided to put original back and to go with Quadro, but better than mine. Okay, let me show you why. Well, first of all, this Quadro, the cheap Quadro, okay, cheap Quadro. Okay, I had, like, if I do video editing, this cheap Quadro card is like, if I render, let me show you what I mean render. Okay, I have this one. I have Vegas, Sony Vegas. I use Sony Vegas for video editing. So let me show you something. I'm kind of, it's loading right now. Okay. Okay, now this is my Sony Vega. Okay, so I use Sony Vega. I have 15, but now they have 17 already. Oh, it's coming 17. So it was 16. Look like I have those offers. Look like I can get 17. I think 17 will be next month. Anyway, like for instance, you have a file, okay, and so you have file. Now, after you cut those clips and put all together, right? What you do is you go to File, okay, and then, well, right now there is no file. Okay, this one, you see, but if I have file, it will come up. You see, it says render as. Okay, so basically you render as, and it will tell you like MP4. Basically, you render the file, which would be for like, okay, well, let me show you this. Okay, file. Okay, open. Just anything. Okay. Just for instance, just a picture. Okay. No, this is my some of those pictures there. You know, they're raw files, so I don't want raw files. This one is, yeah, this MP4, right? 2 GB. Okay, I don't want to download this big. Okay, JPEG, this one. Just for instance, I decided to add picture, right? So when you have a file, okay, you, I don't know, you decided to crop, or you decided to change something, right? You make for certain time picture, and then you have video, right? Okay, now everything is done. So what you do is you go file, render as, okay. Okay, now you have this screen, and it says whatever, render as. So it'll say render, right? And well, this is already MP4, but you might have rendering from different files, which is from the camera, to the MP4, which you're gonna use for YouTube or any kind of internet videos. So when I say render, and it will tell me like approximate time, like say 3 minutes, right? Like for short clip, it might be like 3 minutes, right? So this my chip card, that GTX, no, not GTX, Quadro 4000, and it's a cheap one. Okay, you can buy probably used right now for like $50 on eBay. So the rendering time was like 3 minutes. When I put GTX, the rendering time was like the same 3 minutes. I was like surprised. Come on, that expensive card rendering time is the same. What is good about GTX? It will keep the computer very cool, and your fans will not work like crazy. So right now I don't have anything. I have this website, and I'm kind of recording this split screen, right? And I wanna remove this. I wanna let you hear my fans right now. I can hear. Listen this one. So they're constantly working like crazy. And those fans, normally they're for processors, and when basically it goes to processors, whatever should be processed go to processors. Now GTX 1070 is kind of taking that from processors and kind of leaving processors kind of less working, I would say, less working, not so loaded, and it takes something, and it is like computer, like sometimes at some point I thought my fans stopped working, something wrong with fans. So, and basically what GTX is good for is like those fans will stop working. Basically those fans are working automatically when processors are too hot or getting too hot. They start to work, and inside of computer there are some fans too. So basically Quadro, but it is cheap Quadro, that one cannot take too much from the processors, so processors are working like crazy, I guess, and video card is just doing some stuff. But when it comes to rendering is the same. Now yeah, I believe if I put a better video card, it will the same Quadro, it will be taken from processors and kind of make life easier for them, okay? And it's good for for the video too. Now what I found is this one interesting. I say GTX versus Quadro video editing. Okay, now look, it says GTX has that engine, blah blah blah, where Quadro has rendering engine. It's good for 3D modeling, visual effects, and video editing. You see? So Quadro, you see, they have like certain cores, whatever, boosted. Basically Quadro, even my Quadro, small cheap one, the rendering time is the same as expensive big newest, not newest, but like one of the kind of popular GTX. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is I found basically I was doing research and I found good cards. That's my personal opinion. uh, Quadro M4000 M4000. Okay, so now if you look at Quadro M4000, it was brand new, like $800 car, right? It's still you see on Amazon, you can still buy it, I guess. Is it new? Yeah, look like. Okay, now the same card on what they call it, on eBay. So you go like Quadro M4000, you can buy pretty much for like 250 bucks sometimes. So like you see right now 205 people bidding. This is 309, but it's a best offer. You can submit less, maybe he will agree. But basically that $800 car right now is like $250–300. Okay, now what's interesting about that car, now actually some people think it's not the best. Now they have versus P4000. Okay, P4000. This is a newer card. You see, this is 17, this is 15. So, and then they have benchmark. Okay. You see, they have P4000 better basically than M4000. But P4000, because it's 17, the price is higher. So I actually don't mind Quadro 4000 because take a look at this Quadro 4000 Dell Workstation. Some time ago that M4000 was like top of the line, or one of the top of the line. You see, Quadro Workstation. Okay. Okay. No, this is K. I've seen on Amazon this card, Quadro M4000. One of Dell computers. It was like 20 grand. 20 grand computer had that card. So okay, Amazon. No, it's a card. But somewhere I've seen. Hold on. Dell with. Yeah, like this one. Take a look. 21 grand. Crazy. You see this one, 20 grand. So basically it's very good card. So whoever is having problems with you know, those when you trade, you change those time frames and it just sticks sometimes. Whatever you do, especially if you have have many indicators on a chart, or like custom background, or whatever you do, the more stuff you put, it would be kind of sticky. It doesn't change. So you need a better video card to process all that fast. So take a look this one. So you see precision. You see the same Quadro M4000, 8GB graphic card, 20 grand computer, and the graphic card you can buy for 300 bucks. Actually, I do have that card right now. I don't want to remove from the package, but there is no need. But I can show you this one. I have it. And how I know is on the back. Well, first of all, you can tell, and by look, and the second thing, there is a sticker there. You need like a magnifying glass, and there is a sticker, and it says, well, mine is PNY, and it says Quadro M4000. What's good about that card is it's good for trading 4 screens. Oh, that guy. Okay. So basically, I can hold like this. Look, there are four display ports. So one card contains 4 display ports. Now those display ports, even if somebody is telling you about display ports, there are different display ports. Even if you have like, how they call them? Okay, display port, right? Even if you have display port, it does not mean the quality is the same. Okay, so let's say like Quadro M4000, 4 display ports, 4K. Some displays, they do not support 4K. They're like 1080p or whatever, and you need to really look for, okay, like this one. You see, this is Quadro M4000, okay, and it has 4 display ports, okay, max resolution, this one. So this is 4096 2160. VGA, I don't need VGA. So like say, because if you put like good quality screens, I don't have actually 4K screens, I have 2K screens. So if you have a card which is like 1080p, 3 ports or 4 ports, and you're trying to achieve like super look, and you bought let's say 4K monitors, and you don't see any improvement, it's the same DP port. There is DP port, they put DP port for 1080p and 4K, the same kind of DP port. So you need to look DP port of the card and what kind of resolution, maximum resolution that card can produce for DP port. So now I'm okay if the card is making more, actually can make more. It can process information even for 4K displays, and I have only 2K, and I'm okay with that because the card will not be overheated, and it will not be required a lot of processing. Okay, so since I have 2K, it will not really be working as 4K, it will be working as 2K. And I can put 4 monitors. Now some people are talking about, oh, I have a computer, it has like 12 screens, whatever. I have a computer, it has like whatever, 20 screens. they have a lot of those cards, video cards, and I honestly would not recommend to put, actually the best I believe is just to put one card with 4 DP or maximum 2 cards. I don't really believe in that stacking up video cards because they're getting hot. Like if I open computer and I want to replace card, if I touch it, it's very hot. It's like you cook something, maybe you stop cooking a little bit, go down, but still hot. You cannot really just even take it. Sometimes I feel it's too hot. It's not like iron hot, but it's still hot. So I wouldn't suggest to put them close together because they just give heat to each other. They need ventilation. I think it's better to separate them than to stack them up like this. So even if they have like this design is like, they call it Founders Edition, where the air is coming through the back of the card, the hot air is kind of blowing away from computer. Even if like that, still the card is quite hot. So if you don't want to give heat to some other card, you just don't put them too much, you know. And I've seen it, some people just put 1 to 1 to 1. I don't think it's a really good idea, honestly. So and professionals, as I know, real professionals, they don't use one computer. They use one computer and they have second one as a backup computer ready. Okay, what they do is they turn that on but don't use it. So if they crash this one, for some reason they crash this one, they quickly go to other one. So now if you think you need one computer, a supercomputer for everything, you don't have backup. It's better to split to 2. You can even have 3 if you want. So that's what my thinking is. Do not overload too much. Or if you have, say, 2 computers running, at least you have one set up for backup, just in case, like whatever. Okay. Now some people might have laptop or any other things like that. So that's what I want to say about the video card. Now there are better cards if you have money to spend right now. In 2017, there are some new cards came on the market, which this one. So P4000. I'm not gonna show you like 13 grand card. I'm just like within certain okay range. So there are, I won't really recommend this one. Like if you really work as professional guy, doing trading and sit a long time by computer, or stand or walk around or keep running your computer, I won't recommend less than 4 gigabyte. Normally if you look at a card like this, for instance, for 1000, right? If you look at this, it says 4 gigabyte. Okay, it's like a memory. So I would recommend to go less. I would not recommend to go less, because from my experience, 2 gigabyte, 3 gigabyte, it's not good enough. So like that 4000 is this one 4000 would be 8 gigabyte. You see, 8 gigabyte. I like those 8 gigabytes. Now you can have some cards up to 24 gigabyte, but they're very expensive ones. So what I think is good is the new ones, this P4000. Okay, it's quite expensive, but if you make money, that's not too expensive. Now the P5000, okay, P6000, this one, P6000. There are more expensive ones. They go up to like 13 grand, certain cards, but I would say a good starting point, I would go with this one, starting point P2000. I wouldn't probably consider less. 5 gigabyte, 4 display ports, and stuff like this. You need to check for every card. You check um, what display ports, what resolution it will support, because many old ones, or many, even it's a Quadro, they are not 4K. They do not support 4K. Those cheap ones, they support 1080p or max 2K. Now, after you choose this card, if you want to change a card, what I found, you need to actually go like this. You need to go to, suppose you bought a card you want to replace, okay? So in my case, I bought a Quadro 4000, okay, M4000, okay. Now if you look at M4000, oh no, sorry, drivers. Okay, I like to go to this one, okay, and drivers, okay, like this one. You go like that, okay. It's you choose Quadro, Series, Quadro, product. So this one, I would suggest this one, M4000, 5000, 6000, P2000, 4000, 5000, 6000. Maybe this is good. I'm not really familiar with 200s, those 200s, but like I'm familiar with M, 4000, 5000, 6000, and P 4000. That's kind of newer cards, good for video editing. So in my case, I have 4000. I choose 4000. I have this computer as Windows. Okay, here I have this one, so I say search. Okay, now there you might have this weird stuff, some kind of numbers, and you click here, supported product, and I check, okay, Quadro series, I don't have notebook, I look here, Quadro M4000. So before I put the card in, I download, click on download, agree download. Now, actually I need, because I'm going to install. What happened, why do I say download? Because I've seen one guy, he got a computer, I guess, and later he decided to change his card, and he did change his card, and he was complaining about screens don't work, because what happens if you change cards, even if I change to GTX, my screens, the letters became huge, and I tried second screen doesn't work. Then I found online there are some, you can get like a display drivers. There is this one probably containing display drivers. There are some video cards, some kind of display drivers. Basically you need those display drivers or drivers, and then when you change the card you have everything, the card and the drivers. So I'm gonna change this card maybe tomorrow. I think tomorrow. I don't know. I don't want to do today. Maybe tomorrow. Maybe today. So, and then I will show you the you know, you need to go to, like, if you go to this Windows, right click and then right click device manager. Okay, device manager, and then you will have that info. Okay, now you see I have info. So after you install the card, okay, this card actually 1 6 pin. I have 6 pin and I will connect 1 6 pin, that's it. After install, make sure it will show up here and just read if it's working properly. If it's working properly, it means everything's fine. Okay. Now, even if it says working fine, but sometimes if you don't have certain drivers, it might don't do. The card is fine, but it doesn't work with displays and all that. Now, when people talk about like trading, foreign exchange, or some other platforms, like MT4, you need to probably download certain software, as I know, that will allow you to move your individual charts to different screens. Otherwise, it will not allow you to do that. What else? For video, I will try a new card for video, because I know which clip. I have one clip I recorded with this card, and it was with GTX. It was like around 3 minutes to render, and I would like to see with new Quadro M4000 the time. It should have less time, okay, because if it's like for different 3D and graphics, that card is good for AutoCAD. If somebody is doing AutoCAD, you know, the drafting kind of stuff or blueprints, that card is good for that too. You can find also beside that company, if somebody like AMD, there is a good AMD too. AMD, I think it's called 71 VX or something. Yeah, I think this one. This VX, AMD, you see, the same 8 gigabyte. So this card, because some people don't like that brand, they might like AMD brand, and this one is tough competition to that brand. So basically this AMD is like made for the same thing, it's just a different company. And like if you go to like AMD, this one 71, like say AMD, oh actually I have this one versus Quadro, let's say P4000. At some point it might come up better. Let's see, I like that it says benchmark. Let me see, but let's say this one. Okay, I don't really like this kind of look, but performance, okay, which one? This one, 9051. You see, oh, this is 16, this is 17. So this one show up a little bit, but it's the same range. Okay, now if you compare to M4000, maybe it's better. If you look at VX versus M, let's see the benchmark. Honestly, they're very close. You see, it shows up a little bit better. So, but they, those testing people, they, how to say, they compare product when it's kind of cool, so they put one card and another card. They do not use that card for like 2-3 hours till the point it's gonna be hot, and the second the same like hot, and then compare two cards being hot. They only comparing like being cool, right? So at some point it may be better, at some point it may be other one when it's hot will be better, so you don't know. But I think this is a good choice too. If I won't buy M4000, I would buy this one, VX71. What else? I think I covered everything. Computer for trading. If you want to buy a computer for trading, I think the good choice would be Dell Trade Station. There are many trade stations, so you would need to choose certain trade station. You see, like this one. Dell. No, not trade station. It's how we call it? Let's just say Precision Workstation. Okay, it's called Workstation. This one, if you look at this, like whoever has like small budget, in general this one is good. Like those computers for $500 good, but the graphic card is terrible. Or like this one, Quadro FX, 500 megabyte. Don't go even if you wanna use for like trading, nothing sticking. Just try to get like at least 4 gigabyte, and that number would be way different. So let's say workstation. So I think Dell Workstations. Hold on, not trade station. Workstation desktop. There are many different workstations, so you would need to shop. Precision 30. So yeah, but if you, I don't think normally if it's brand new, okay, it's like around $1,500. Okay one. Okay, see this one, Dell is putting it VX21. I was talking about 71. Okay, this is a kind of a cheaper ones, but you can change. Okay, sometimes you can order kind of what you want. Okay, this one, for for processors and those cores, I've heard it's good to have 16 cores. More not really necessary. What do I have? I have 2 processors, but I have older Dell. I don't have that new Dell. I have dual processor. Some of those Dells you can get dual processor. I believe it's better. I don't see any info on the card. But basically, those one would be more expensive card. That's it. But now, how do I know if it will fit? So I have Dell T5500, Quadro M4000 compatibility. This one I check for compatibility. Okay, you see this one. Okay, Quadro 4000 DP. This product is compatible. Okay, let me see. I have 5500. I've seen somewhere. Let me see. Quadro Delta width. So I found this one. PNY, which is I have Quadro M4000. Okay, and my computer is compatible with Precision Workstation T5500. That's what I have, T5500. And I'm gonna put this card. And I did show you. 4 display port. And then at the end of this video I'm gonna show you it's working and whatever. So let's see. Okay, so when you put the card driver, you need to put, basically you need to see if your card you're planning to buy is compatible with your computer. You need to download drivers. That's it. Easy. That's what I think about computer for editing, for training, and maybe for some other things like watching YouTube or something. Have a nice day. Bye.